Hey, old man, give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
The year is 1993, in December. It's the holiday times, your family wants to hang out, they're nagging you, you need to spend time with us, but you don't want to hang out with them. They're boring, all they do is sit around and talk about politics, and you're too cool for that. Then you have your little brother sitting here, just pissing his pants, just peeing all over himself because he's a baby. So here you are, alone and bored, so you call up your friend Eric, and Eric says, "Come over, idiot, we're playing video games." So you beg your mom to drive you over to Eric's house, and when you finally get there, you kick in the door and you lay your eyes on the glorious gaming beast PC back in 1993. He fires up a game that is going to change your life forever. Doom. You both spend hours upon hours slaying demons, fighting your way through Mars and then hell itself. And you both have a really good time doing it. It's very enjoyable, you get to do some bonding with your best friend, it's an exciting time. Naturally, you have to go home at some point, so your mom comes back and picks your baby ass up, and then you get back to your house, and then you know, hey, my dad has a double-barreled shotgun, that kinda looks like the super shotgun. Are my family demons? Now that's the picture that politicians want to paint for you. That's what they want you to think about children playing violent video games that is just going to inherently make you want to just murder every single person that you come across, which really, if that was the case, I think we'd all be dead by now. But Doom was the game that really sparked all of this political outrage and parental concern about violence in video games, but that was back in the 90s. Like, it was a different time. People didn't understand that video games were not the cause of violent tendencies in children. I mean, that was what? 3 decades ago? Jesus Christ. God, I'm old. Surely in 2021, things would be different, right? People couldn't be that oh wait, yes they are. Some people may argue that time is secular, that we just repeat things, you know, the same kind of events happen just with a different dressing, a different salad dressing, if you will. So here we are, almost 20 years in the future, well, I guess in the present, 20 years from 1993 with Doom, and we have this legislator from Illinois trying to ban violent video games in the state. Because surely, if you ban all video games, violence just goes away. Like that, it's that simple. It's just that easy. Take away the games and you're good. Violence goes away, very easy. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. You would think after the whole Reddit and GameStop fiasco that people would understand, don't fuck with the gamers. They're special. They're a special group, and I guess the lawmakers are afraid of them. They want to make sure that the games aren't infecting their minds because everyone who plays video games is just waiting for their KGB trigger word to just lose their mind and go on a killing spree. At the flip of the switch, all of the gamers are going to be running around looking for their anime catgirl waifus. It's going to be pandemonium, I tell you. It's crazy. We're going to be taking a look at an article from TechSpot titled, "Illinois Legislator Trying to Ban Violent Video Games in the State." A link for the article will be in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. And one of the first quotes from the article reads, "The Chicago Sun-Times reports that Representative Marcus Evans Jr., idiot, has filed an amendment to a 2012 law that prevents some video games from being sold to minors. House Bill 3531 would amend that law, prohibiting the sale and rental of all violent video games in Illinois." Yes, all violent video games. So just how do they define violence in video games? Because there's obviously a ton of different kinds of games out there with varying levels of violence. I mean, are you going to hold Super Smash Bros. To the same standard as something like Gears of War or Mortal Kombat? Granted, I don't think there's anything really wrong with kids playing those games either, but still, they are definitely varying levels of violence. But don't worry, because there is more detail to these proposed changes to the already existing law prohibiting the sales of violent video games to minors. The bill defines a violent video game as one that allows a user or player to control a character within the video game that is encouraged to perpetuate human-on-human violence in which the player kills or otherwise causes serious physical or psychological harm to another human or an animal. Okay, everybody, you heard it here. They're gonna ban The Last of Us 2 because it's causing people mental pain to have to sit through that game. Oh, I'm sorry, was it talking about the characters causing other characters mental or physical pain? Well, I think it should go for the players too. If a game makes you feel physically or mentally exhausted, the game has to be banned. We can't play it anymore, it's too dangerous. Personally, I would be more concerned about children who cause harm to animals, as it has been proven repeatedly that children at young ages who are hurting defenseless animals, they're the ones who usually end up to be serial killers and, you know, who just stuff corpses into the crawl space of their house as adults. That's who we need to be focused on. Like, if you got a kid who's playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and they shoot a couple of townspeople, you know, no big deal, right? It's just the townspeople. But if that same kid's going around and just shooting every dog or throwing Molotov cocktails at the rabbits, you gotta pay a little extra attention to that kid. He's got a little screw loose. You don't have to be worried about your neighbor's kid playing Halo. You really gotta worry about the one that's, you know, lighting cats on fire or some crazy shit like that. And you see, this comes to the crux of this whole issue, is that these lawmakers, it's not that they don't understand that it's not video games that's the problem. Video games to these lawmakers, it's the scapegoat. It is the easiest thing that they can say to get boomer parents and whatever is older than a boomer, I don't fucking know, but to get older people off their backs. Well, you know, we gotta just ban the video games. You know, your kid playing Super Mario, stomping on Goombas? Well, he's gotta be stomping on turtles out in the backyard. Like, that's the kind of shit that they're saying, and it's just the easy scapegoat. Because tackling actual issues like mental health and making sure that children with more violent tendencies at younger ages are getting help, that's way more complicated and way more expensive, and it's not making the state money. And that's what they want. This legislator here, their idea is to fine anybody who buys, sells, or rents video games in the state of Illinois. They will be fined $1,000. What in the fuck? $1,000. If you let your friend play GTA, if they're like, hey, let me borrow GTA, my parents are going out of town, here's $5. You just rented a violent video game. Well, guess what, dumbass? Now you owe the state $1,000. Obviously, it's a joke, right? It's not like the individual person, though. I'm sure they would take the money. This is obviously targeted towards businesses, and they want to get rid of these games because, again, it is just the easiest thing for these fucking morons to blame. And you know, you see this from all sides of the political aisle and at all levels of government. I mean, you had Trump talking about wanting to ban the sale of violent video games. You have Biden, who's not a fan of violent video games. You know, it's because they're trying to appeal to the older generation who also don't understand gaming. And now this proves without a shadow of a doubt, do not let anybody tell you otherwise, that gamers are the most oppressed group of people on the planet.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
So what really caused this issue to spark up in Illinois? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Grand Theft Auto V, the second best-selling video game of all time behind Minecraft, has been singled out as a particularly bad influence. Early Walker, who started Operation Safe Pump to prevent carjackings at gas stations and shopping centers, said he contacted several state legislators to ban the game after noticing similarities between the way players hijack cars in the game and the real-life crime. These people are sick in the head. You can relate anything you can do in a game to real life. Oh my god, Red Dead Redemption 2, I can make coffee. I made coffee in my real life. My life's just like a video game. Like, give me a fucking break. Do you think people are playing Grand Theft Auto as a trainer on how to jack cars? Do you need a video game to learn how to do that? If you have a gun, you just walk out. Well, I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. I don't want to give away the trade secrets. I don't want somebody flagging the video for saying that I'm teaching people how to jack cars. I think you could get the fucking picture without playing a video game. It's not like it comes with an instruction manual. Here's how to roleplay GTA in real life, kids. It'll be a real poggers moment when you steal that shitty Chevy Volt. So in closing, guys, these politicians don't want to look at the actual problems. They just want to blame games. So if you happen to live in Illinois, let your lawmakers know that this is fucking stupid and you don't want this at all. And as a matter of fact, anybody who thinks that they should fine people for buying, selling, or renting video games any amount of money, they have no business holding any position of power whatsoever because they are clearly mentally deficient. That's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just so insane. Like, this was a fun video to record because this is just such a ridiculous topic. I can't believe we are back here again. It's the satanic panic all over again. As always, I want to know what you think about all of this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Please let all of us know what video game just triggered you and turned you into a mindless killing machine. If you like the video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you really want to help support this channel, hit the subscribe button and share this video around. That helps me more than you could possibly imagine. Make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss a single Metal Gear Mando video that you so desperately need. And a special thanks to all of my amazing channel members. If you want to become a channel member, a member of the Metal Gear Mando Enclave, all you have to do is click the join button down below where this video is playing and you'll get a ton of special perks. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and I will see you in the next video.